This is perfect proof.
I'm in shock. It's actually happened. We've had a red card for mistaken identity. And of course it goes Argentina's way. It is crazy how often this is happening. In this case, I feel bad for Argentina because it's a clear dive, as clear as day. After Embolo got a yellow rightly in the first half, I don't see what choice the ref had. But I'm just gutted. Novik was saying Switzerland only had a 23% chance of winning this game. And they genuinely looked like they could have gone on to win it. And Bolo obviously had this moment in the first half, so maybe Swiss fans are going to feel pretty hard done by. I'm actually an England fan. I want Switzerland to win so that England have an potentially easier draw, but it just looks like everything is being handed to Messi on a plate for a second World Cup. Game's gone. Mistaken identity, red card in 2026. What are we doing here, people?
Ça va faire des débats, et il y a débat. Hein. Tu peux voir la situation de plein de points de vue différents. Déjà, tu te mets à la place de l'arbitre. Tu mets jaune à Paredes, hein, parce que selon toi, il y a faute, voilà, grosse faute, ça retourne le joueur. Tu mets jaune à Paredes. À la VAR, on te dit, frérot, faut que tu annules le jaune. Sauf que pour annuler un jaune, faut que tu ailles voir la VAR. Tu vas voir la VAR. Sur la VAR, tu vois que le jaune, il sert à rien. Mais en même temps, tu vois que l'autre simule. T'as l'image devant toi, tu peux pas annuler un jaune parce qu'il n'y a pas faute et ne pas mettre jaune pour simulation. Tu peux pas ne pas mettre le jaune pour la simulation. C'est impossible parce que t'es à la VAR. T'es allé vérifier s'il y avait faute. Il n'y a pas faute et il y a grosse simulation. Donc t'es obligé de sortir ton jaune vu que t'es à la VAR. Un autre point de vue maintenant, si tu laisses le carton, voilà, tu laisses couler le truc, voilà. Si Paredes refait une faute après et qu'il se prend en rouge, on fait comment? On fait comment? Parce que le premier, il l'a archi pas mérité, hein. Il l'a archi pas mérité. Du coup, s'il se reprend un jaune après et qu'il prend rouge, celle-là, c'est scandale aussi. Du coup, il y a débat. Voilà, tu sais pas dans quel sens aller. C'est triste, hein, pour Embolo, voilà, parce que c'est un match pas beau, hein, on va pas se cacher, mais en même temps, enlever un joueur, ça niquait un peu tout, voilà. Il y avait match nul, il restait encore 20 minutes. C'est dur, mais en même temps, c'est pas facile. C'est pas facile, parce que tu vas voir la VAR, t'es obligé de mettre le jaune pour simulation, parce que tu le vois. T'es obligé d'enlever le jaune. Pour enlever le jaune, t'es obligé d'aller voir la VAR. Sinon, tu peux pas annuler un jaune comme ça. Et si tu ne mets pas le jaune, mais que Paredes se reprend un jaune après, ça fait rouge pour lui, mais injustement. Donc voilà, c'est mitigé. Dites-moi ce que vous en pensez en commentaire.
Oh my God! Just give Argentina the World Cup! They're not even hiding it anymore! What do you mean? The moment Argentina conceded a goal, 2 minutes later, Embolo gets a red card. Oh my God, just give them the World Cup! I would say, if I had zero ball knowledge, that was a clear red card any day. You have a yellow card and you want to simulate and dive? How dumb can you be to do this in World Cup? And once again, this was a correct use of VAR. Yeah, Paredes got a yellow card for it, but then VAR checked it. Basically, Embolo literally dived so Paredes can get a yellow card. It bite him back and he got a red card. And now Argentina has 84% chance to advance according to Calci. Now we're gonna hear so many people cry about this and say Argentina's rigging it. FIFA is helping Argentina. In reality, FIFA's rule, if a player does a simulation, they get a yellow card, which is well deserved. Vamos!
This is perfect proof that the World Cup is just filled with casuals, understandably. Because I don't understand how you can complain when you see Paredes' leg still on the ground. Embolo is literally hopping off the ground and goes for the contact with Paredes' legs because he's expecting it. So Paredes get booked for that. But here's where I understand people's frustration, especially if you're a casual, because if you've watched football regularly, we've seen this happen before. Because after the referee goes to VAR and rechecks this and realizes, oh, he made a mistake, Embolo gets a red card. But here is what you have to understand. In the 43rd minute before this incident, Embolo got a yellow card for this reckless tackle on Paredes. But here's the other thing. Because Paredes got booked for his challenge, which was not a challenge, if the ref goes on to look at VAR, according to the rules, if you remove the yellow card for Paredes because Embolo clearly simulated, that means Embolo has to get a yellow card for simulation. And because he was on that yellow card already, He gets another yellow card, and 2 yellow cards equals a red. But also, this is not the first time we've seen this, because in Manchester United's game against Newcastle earlier this season, Jacob Ramsey fakes contact with the goalkeeper, falls to the ground, but then the ref realizes he didn't, and you could see his face and reaction, straight red. Second yellow, I mean. So yes, I understand, you don't like Messi. But at the end of the day, rules are rules, and Embolo had a moment of unwiseness, because what he did in that moment, not really wise. And so at the end of the day, if I see anyone complaining about this red card, I immediately know you might be a casual.
FIFA, you've done it again, but this time it was fair. This time it was the correct decision. Mistaken identity. The biggest fool to come out of that game is Embolo. And for me, it was the biggest spit in the face to any Swiss supporter. How do you dive in the world of VAR, knowing you're on a yellow, knowing there's a camera every corner of the field? Listen, take nothing away from Argentina. I'm a very, very, very fair person. For me, that was their best performance of the World Cup so far. Why? Because it didn't revolve around Messi. I feel like throughout the campaign so far, they've relied a lot on Messi. The problem is, this Argentina team is the oldest team remaining in the World Cup, and it was the oldest team heading into the World Cup. Messi is one of the older heads. He needs support. And I feel like for the first time in this whole campaign, tonight you saw the younger heads step up. Lautaro Martinez stepped up and he showed the quality that he's shown in Italian football. Julian Alvarez stepped up and he showed the quality that he's shown in Spanish football. That's what this Argentina team needs more than anything to get over the finishing line, knowing fully well their next 2 games are going to be their 2 most difficult games they've played this entire World Cup campaign. Messi can do the job, but he needs help.
This is one of the new World Cup rules that I am totally against. I am not in support of this rule by any stretch of the imagination. Embolo just picked up a second yellow card for diving for a free kick against Argentina. Diving for a free kick. I don't like this rule at all because it is too against the spirit of the game. It is too against it, too far away, and I don't like it at all. It is not as if Argentina robbed Switzerland. I'm not saying Argentina robbed Switzerland. I'm saying that they need to fix that rule. The rule is nonsense. It is nonsense. Players have been diving for free kicks since time immemorial. It is impulsive. They expect a challenge and they dive for it. Why will you send a player off for that? Mistaken identity. If there is mistaken identity, remove the yellow card from the defender you originally booked and just warn the striker that don't dive again. I don't understand why you are punishing this. Had it been it was a penalty, I would have understood, but this was for a free kick, bro. Also, he is already on a yellow card. Why will you give him a second yellow? When this thing happened with Almiron in the Paraguay versus USA game, I said the same thing. This is totally against the spirit of the sport, and they should remove this rule. It's the same thing with this covering mouth stuff. Has happened like 2 or 3 times in this World Cup already. Straight red card just because you covered your mouth. All these things, I don't like it. I don't like it. Switzerland were the better team in this game. In fact, I'm still watching the game. I don't know what will happen. Even with 10 men, they are still playing Argentina. They were playing Argentina. They were dominating Argentina. And now this red card just messed them up. I feel so bad for Switzerland. Embolo was crying because he did not mean to dive. It's just impulsive. Players have been diving since time immemorial. It is normal for footballers. It's not a penalty. It's not as if it's anything. Why will you spoil the sport with all these nonsense rules that you are just bringing? Let the game continue. I feel so bad for Switzerland, even though I'm supporting Argentina in this game. I feel so bad for them.
Embolo? Seriously? So you're telling me in Argentina versus Switzerland today, Embolo on a yellow card does this. We all think, oh, Paredes is getting himself a yellow card. Then the referee goes back and has a look. He's dived. He's well and truly dived. It's given him second yellow. Embolo's off the pitch. Bear in mind, right, Switzerland are completely like outplaying Argentina. And Embolo, what does he decide to do? He tries to win his team a foul when in reality, he's just dived. Like, listen, I would love to have a go at Argentina saying, oh, but Argentina done this, done that. But he's dived. I mean, he's chucked his foot in front of the Argentinian player to hope he gets a reaction. He did. And then VAR, for some reason, when I had a look at it and realised it wasn't. I mean, this was Switzerland in the first half compared to Argentina. Like, Switzerland have been all over Argentina. Why Embolo? Why Embolo would you do that? Like, you had so many more opportunities to go and get yourself into the game. You got yourself into the game. 1-1, a brilliant goal. Why? Why did you do that? Why did you dive? You just ruined it now. If Argentina go and win now, Great, thanks.
You deserve it. You deserve this decision because what were you doing? There was the challenge before that, the follow through. But this was stupid. I don't feel bad for you. I don't care that you're hurt. I don't care that you are crying because you deserve it.
Expulsaron a Embolo de Suiza por fingir una falta, doble amarilla afuera. Así que Suiza está jugando con 10 jugadores, Argentina con 11. Y esto luego de que Suiza empató a Argentina. Evidentemente, claramente va a ganar Argentina, ya que Suiza está en desventaja y por estadística, matemáticamente no puede ganar. Va a ganar Argentina. Como yo les dije, ya es predecible. Netanyahu está tomando Ushuaia, ya tomaron Buenos Aires, ya tomaron 100.000 hectáreas de la Patagonia, ya Milei nos endeudó en 117.000 millones de dólares. Bueno, tienen que entregar la Patagonia, viejo, entonces los argentinos tienen que estar festejando. Ecuación fácil, Netanyahu dijo tiene que ganar Milei, Argentina, Messi, mesionista como le dicen. En fin, amigos, hoy parece que va a ganar la FIFA, digo Argentina. Yo soy argentino, amo mi patria, pero nos la están robando y para que no nos quejemos nos van a dar otro mundial como pasó en la dictadura, que desaparecieron 30.000 personas y fuimos campeones del mundo y bueno, anestesia, pero bueno, yo digo gana Argentina, ya está imposible que Suiza gane con un jugador menos. Embolo, vos no sos Messi, lamentablemente solamente les perdonan los full y las amarillas y las rojas a los que son como el color que le gusta a Netanyahu, ¿no? Lamentablemente, según un santo libro sagrado, mejor no hablo más porque me van a bajar el video, así que te lo termino.
I don't care what anyone says. Lionel Messi controls every single referee. The World Cup is rigged, the World Cup is scripted. That Embolo red card, that wasn't even a red card. Yes, it all started with Lionel Messi making sure Embolo gets a yellow card by telling the referee, you must listen to my orders. And you know what the referee done after he listened to him? He gave a yellow card to Embolo. So Messi demanded the referee to give a card to Embolo, for the referee to then a minute later give a yellow card to Embolo. And then a whole few minutes later, 20 minutes later, 15 minutes later, you're telling me Paredes fouls Embolo and Embolo gets a second yellow card. So it all started from Messi. Like I said, Embolo is sent off, given a red card, all because of Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi controls the referee. He demands the referee what to do. You guys need to start opening your eyes. This is clear evidence. Messi demands the referee what to do. I don't care if this referee is from Portugal, because this referee is Messi's friend. Yeah? This referee is Messi's friend, a Portuguese that thinks Messi is the GOAT. And that is the sad truth on why Embolo is sent off right now.
Les Argentins se cachent même plus. On dira ce qu'on veut, c'était le tournant du match. Ils ont gâché sa vie, tout simplement. Ils ont gâché la vie de Embolo aujourd'hui. Et c'est toute la Suisse qui est en deuil, parce qu'il y avait moyen. Les pros Argentine, vous direz ce que vous voulez, c'est le tournant du match. Oui, la simulation, elle est vulgaire. Oui, elle est limite ridicule. Mais l'arbitre qui va consulter la VAR pour ça, on l'appelle à la VAR pour ça, c'est quoi, il a été piqué dans son ego? Il pouvait pas tout simplement retirer le jaune à Paredes, on passe à autre chose. Quand il y a eu France-Paraguay, le jaune d'Olysée, l'adversaire, il s'est mis un coup de poing tout seul pour simuler au mieux. Olysée, il a pris jaune. Est-ce que la VAR l'a branché? Je veux bien comprendre qu'il y a des règles, que les arbitres se doivent de les appliquer. Mais pourquoi ces règles-là, elles vont en faveur d'une seule équipe? Pourquoi le jugement, il est à géométrie variable comme ça? C'est le tournant du match. Peu importe comment il est arrivé, la Suisse avait moyen. Après, ils se sont retranchés dans leur moitié de terrain, de la 70e jusqu'à la 90e, et ensuite jusqu'à la première mi-temps de la prolongation, avant ce banger de Alvarez. Franchement, rien à dire. Et Lautaro qui marque à la fin. Dites-moi ce que vous en pensez de tout ça, parce que là, l'image du match est tout ce qu'il y a de plus entaché à cause de cette action, qui va faire polémique encore. Bao, c'était Jorginho, bien sûr.
Il faut me dire si c'était un match de Coupe du Monde ou un match de Coupe Gambardella.
quel match de merde, mais sincèrement, hein. L'Argentine tenue en échec au bout des 90 minutes, ça part en prolongation et finalement l'Argentine, grâce notamment à Julián Alvarez qui marque le deuxième but, se qualifie en demi-finale face à l'Angleterre. Je vais venir direct là-dessus. Oui, il y a simulation. Normalement, une simulation, ça vaut un carton jaune. Maintenant, est-ce que je trouve ça sévère de donner un deuxième carton jaune à Mbolo? Un petit peu. Pour moi, dans un moment aussi important de la compétition, je trouve que l'arbitre aurait pu être un minimum clément, mais c'est comme ça, c'est les règles. Une Argentine horrible qui n'a pas voulu jouer. Première occasion, 2 corners d'affilée. Messi qui fait le centre. Tête de McAllister. 1-0 au bout de la 11e minute. Derrière, forcément, quand tu veux pas jouer, quand tu subis des attaques adverses parce que tu refuses le jeu, et bah forcément tu prends l'égalisation. Ndoye, hein, franchement, le match qu'il fait, il est incroyable. Comme je l'ai dit, derrière prolongation, et il a fallu un exploit de Julián Alvarez qui sort peut-être le pire match de sa carrière avec l'Argentine pour que l'Argentine s'en sorte. L'enroulé pleine lucarne absolument incroyable, et je vais tout mélanger. C'est pour ce genre de moment que faut que Julián vienne au Barça. Voilà. Parce que son match, il est horrible, hein. Mais là, comment il débloque la situation, il prend l'initiative de frapper à cette distance. Non, franchement, le but, il est incroyable. Merci, Julián. Et à la fin, la Suisse ne tenait plus. Contre-attaque de l'Argentine. Lautaro Martinez qui finit les Suisses 3-1 à la 119e, 120e, plus 3. Voilà. Donc, franchement, une Argentine pas rassurante du tout. Franchement, je n'ai pas beaucoup d'espoir face à l'Angleterre. Maintenant, on verra. Peut-être que l'Argentine va se réveiller. Mais franchement, 3 matchs très compliqués dans les phases finales. C'est pas bon du tout. Encore des choix de Scaloni absolument désastreux, hein. Franchement, bon, Almada qui fait une bonne entrée malgré tout. Mais laisser Julián, même s'il marque le but, laisser Julián pendant 120 minutes alors qu'il fait un match calamiteux, mettre Paredes et De Paul, d'ailleurs De Paul, mais quel match horrible. Franchement, des choix de Scaloni incompréhensibles. Je n'ai vraiment pas compris le plan de jeu ce soir, mais l'Argentine qui s'en sort.
Anybody that watched this match today and is screaming Argentina robbed Switzerland, FIFA is rigging the World Cup for Messi, FIFA loves Argentina, Argentina is corrupt, FIFA is corrupt, is a mad person. I do not mean to insult you in any way, shape or form, but there has to be something genuinely wrong in your head for you to watch that Mbolo dive, the worst dive I've seen in the entire history of football, and say he doesn't deserve a yellow card. In fact, he deserves a straight red card for that nonsense. And that's not the first time it's happening at this World Cup. But you guys don't educate yourself. You prefer to come to the internet and embarrass yourself because you have a preconceived idea. If you believe that, oh, this entire World Cup is rigged for Messi and they want Argentina to win, why do you stretch yourself watching every game? It is literally past 4 right now in the morning. You wasted your time staying away because you hate watching. If you know that Argentina will win the World Cup, if you know that it's scripted for them, why are you staying awake to watch it? Does that make you a smart human being? You look at the nonsense Mbolo did today. Mbolo, it is your fault that Switzerland lost today. You should be ashamed of yourself. You are diving when you are not even close to the post. It was not even the penalty box. A disgraceful dive. There's what we call mistaken identity in FIFA now. It's a new rule. Just like they check VAR right now for corners. They went to check it. They gave Paredes a wrong yellow card and they rescinded the yellow card. And they gave the rightful owner of the yellow card, and that was his second yellow card. And he deserved it. Get out. You were crying for what? When you were diving, trying to cheat in an embarrassing manner. Why did you do that? Switzerland would have won this game comfortably today, if not for that red card. Argentina was embarrassing and smelling bad, poor. Argentina played nothing today, nothing. The only goal they scored in normal time was from a corner kick. They couldn't play anything. Once Messi is not playing, Argentina is rubbish. Once Messi has a quiet game, Argentina cannot do anything. I don't understand this level of over-reliance. 11 professional footballers will step onto the field and rely on a 39-year-old man. Is your head correct? I'm so pissed. Time I'm supposed to use to sleep and prepare for mass, they took it to extra time to do what? You think I'll praise you? Alvarez, so what you scored? Lautaro, so what you scored? Against 10 men, they got this red card in the 72nd minute. They took you to extra time. You could not score until the second half of extra time. So what? This team is average, bang average. The only thing special about Argentina is Messi. If not for Messi, I was supposed to be at home since the first match Messi did not score. You almost got eliminated by a team with red card. If this match had gone to penalties, Argentina would have gone home today. I'm very sure of it. Switzerland, you should be proud of yourself, but Mbolo is the reason you lost today. Mbolo is the reason you lost. Embarrassing dive, and it was a red card. Not even a yellow card, red card, you should get out.
I know that you have your preconceived ideas about Argentina. Yes, some things go in favor of Argentina. I'll give you that. I know that you have your notions. It's not everything that is robbery. Watch the game.
Mbolo, il a quoi dans le crâne? À l'œil, il vient de tuer sa nation. Simulation au mitard, alors que le mec avait déjà un jaune. Déjà, il faut savoir qu'à la base, l'arbitre avait sifflé contre l'Argentine et avait mis un jaune à Paredes. Déjà, c'est lunaire que Paredes ait pas eu de jaune avant la 70e. Mais passons. Donc, suite à la décision initiale de l'arbitre, la VAR a décidé de l'appeler parce que c'était une erreur manifeste. Le joueur qui avait commis la faute n'était pas le bon. Donc, du coup, il va voir la VAR forcément. Et voilà, simulation grotesque en fait d'Mbolo. Donc, il retire le jaune à Paredes et il donne le jaune à Mbolo. Sauf que Mbolo avait déjà un jaune, donc il sort du terrain et il laisse son équipe à 10. Et puis il se permet de pleurer quoi. Comme si c'était pas lui qui venait de tuer sa nation. Parce que c'est simple, à l'expulsion de Mbolo, il y a un 1, score à la fin du match, 3 pour l'Argentine. Et aujourd'hui, déjà depuis le début de la compétition, l'Argentine, c'est faible, c'est limité, c'est décevant, ils ne tiennent qu'à Messi. Et quand tu as un Messi comme aujourd'hui qui fait pas un gros match, bah, toute l'équipe d'Argentine en fait, elle est trop facile à cadenasser, elle propose rien. Après du côté suisse, je peux en venir au même constat, l'absence de Manzambi, elle se fait énormément de ressentir dans les offensives, mais même en fait aujourd'hui ils ont eu des cartouches, ils dominaient cette équipe de l'Argentine. De toute façon c'était pas compliqué, tellement ils étaient faibles l'Argentine, mais ils ont manqué de lucidité dans les derniers mètres parce que avant même l'ouverture du score de Ndoye, avant même l'expulsion de Mbolo, ils ont eu plusieurs occasions vraiment d'ouvrir la marque, de mener, et ils les ont pas saisis parce que voilà, les choix étaient pas bons. En tout cas, ce qui est sûr, hein, c'est qu'avec le niveau affiché, l'Argentine en demi, mon frère et moi, on va s'en occuper. Minimum doublé, vous allez voir, vous avez mal parlé de lui aujourd'hui, il va vous répondre mercredi.